Merchant Taylor's Girls' School, I would also like to welcome you all. I want to say a very special thank you to Judy for all of her help yesterday, not only with my speech, but all of the girls you see on the stage. So thank you very much. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you, pupils, parents, alumni and governors, for all of your support so far this year. We as a community thrive because of you, and I would now like to give you all a round of applause. We said goodbye to some of our staff at the end of August 2022, and I would like to publicly thank them today for everything they did for us through their service. We thank Mrs. Gerard Jones, Mrs. Keane, Miss Hilton, and Mrs. Flynn. We also thank Mrs. Hutchins, who worked with us for 11 years. A very special thank you goes to Mrs. Caroline Brindley, who left us after 25 years of service to the school. And this was to retire from education. She was an inspiration to all of us in her roles, and the history department estimated that Caroline taught over 3,000 students. We thank you. We also celebrate the hard work and dedication of all of our staff, and everything that they give to all of our students. Please could we show our thanks to them by giving them a round of applause. You will remember, at the start of this academic year, we set two clear themes for MTGS: kindness and success. Kindness to others and kindness to ourselves. Success and what it means to each individual, and how we as a school strive to help create this for all in our community. We gather to celebrate the class of 2022 and all that they achieved during their time at Merchant Taylors, and we watch with excitement as they follow their own paths to their own future. We also celebrate every individual in this room, every pupil, their individuality and the purpose they bring to their own education. We take this opportunity to applaud you all. This leads me to our particular theme for today. We consider change, new beginnings, and opportunities. Change became the natural topic to talk about as we enter our new 5-year strategic plan for the school, especially as we start to embed the changes that we propose for the future of Merchant Taylors. I know we have all our own thoughts on change and how we deal with it. With this in mind, I would like to invite two new starters for this academic year to share with you their experiences of being new to this school and this term. Please welcome Olivia Hughes in Year 9 and Isabel Parsley in Year 13.
As some of you know, I'm Liv Hughes, I'm in Year 9 and I moved to MTGS at the start of September. When I first joined, I was so nervous that things wouldn't go well, but then, within my first couple of lessons of joining, I felt like I'd been there for years. The girls welcomed me with open arms, took me under their wings, as well as making sure I knew what was going on and made sure I was all right. Everyone was really kind to me, and I'm really thankful for all you've done for me. I love new beginnings because you almost get to restart your life with new people, new opportunities, and new surroundings. This is what makes life so great. Some of the opportunities I've had are starting my branch Duke of Edinburgh Award, becoming a lower school form captain, and not to mention being able to talk to you all today. This is amazing and something I never thought I'd achieve. One of my favourite quotes is, "The start of something new brings a hope of something great. Anything is possible." A new beginning is like starting a new chapter of a book. You don't know what's going to happen or where it might take you. You think you know what's going to happen, but there are twists in life that at the time may seem really bad, but in the end turn out to happen for a reason. You don't expect that to be the case at the time, but when you realise and look back on it, you are shocked on how the event has changed your life. I just wanted to let you know it's never too late to become who you want to be. This is why new beginnings are so important. It makes you feel free and that you get a fresh start to do something like you need to start something over, just take a deep breath in, ground yourself, and the thing that may be bothering you isn't as bad as it seems. So, no matter how old you are or how many mistakes you've made, it's never too late to start a new beginning. I hope you live a life you're proud of, and if you ever find that you're not, I hope you have the strength to start over. Thank you.
What is change? The simplification of change is to make something or someone different. However, the concept of change is quite complex, as it fundamentally involves the process of transforming, altering, and becoming different. As humans, we experience change in various different forms, multiple times a day. Some changes seem insignificant and small. For example, changing the type of cereal you have for breakfast. Yet some changes seem life-altering, such as moving schools. Change is in fact inevitable. The Greek philosopher Heraclitus is credited with the idea that the only constant in life is change. It is a necessity to evolve and grow, and for new opportunities to present themselves. That change from the formative years or the early stages of childhood, right up to the eventual close of the teenage years into adulthood, all have a part to play in one's identity. Additionally, change can often be seen as negative, to be something to dread. In truth, instead of treating change as unwelcome, we should embrace every new opportunity, as it allows us to move forward and experience new things. Age is constantly increasing, life is constantly moving, no one living thing is stationary. One interesting analogy is that life is a train. You are on a train thinking you are going in one direction, then sometimes you get off that train and get onto a new one. There may be accidents on the train line or delays, or in actuality, you can be waiting at the platform, not sure which train to get on next. The one constant that is known is that the journey must be taken. My personal experience with change is that after year 11, I moved from Merchant Taylors to a different school to fulfil my sixth form experience elsewhere. Looking ahead to university, I was given an offer, however it did not resonate with me. I returned to Merchant Taylors to reapply and find the course that I am passionate about and want to pursue. Thus, at the moment, I am at the station platform, waiting to get onto the next train. This period of time has given me the ability to reflect on what change actually means. Change can in fact be subjective. What change means for one person can mean a completely different thing to another. Nevertheless, what I have concluded is that change means resilience. It means having a positive outlook and taking the next phases of existence with adaptability and courage. Thank you.
Parents, guardians, you might be asking, how does a change in school routine, a change in teacher or building location affect me or affect my child? We all know and understand the importance of the link between home and school, and how the journey for each child begins at home, with all of you. Khalil Gibran said, "You are the bows from which your children are sent forth as arrows into this world." How we as adults feel and deal with change transfers how the young individuals sitting before us feel about any change or opportunity in life. However, we must remember that each individual is preparing for a world that is creating jobs and industries that did not exist when we were at school. For life goes not backward, nor tarries with yesterday. We must prepare pupils for change, new beginnings, and endless opportunities in this fast-paced, ever-changing world. All I can share with you are my thoughts on change and how I deal with it, And how, as a human being and as a head teacher, how do I role model what I want to see within our wonderful community, within our staff body and our student body? We heard the profound words of our two new starters, and we will shortly hear from our deputy head girls. Before we do, I share a story with you, and it involves frogs. In a forest, there were multiple frogs going about their daily life, of croaking and leaping around, all very content with their life and what the future held for them. As they were all leaping around, croaking and eating flies, two of the frogs fell down a deep, deep hole. Now, there is no doubt that this is a complete change in their circumstances, and a change that was unexpected and frightening, certainly not something they had been expecting. The two frogs, deep in the hole, started to leap and hop, trying to get out of the hole. All of the frogs who had not fallen were standing at the top of this hole. Observing the depth of the problem, they started to shout, or croak. You need to save your energy. Sorry, frog impression nearly came out then. You need to save your energy. You won't make it out on your own. Stop trying, the hole is just too deep. While saying this, they were waving their hands, frogs' legs, furiously to try to get the frogs to stop wasting their time. Frog 1, Freddie, stopped, exhausted. He gave up. He just knew what the other frogs were saying was completely right. The hole was just too deep, and there was no hope. Why waste his time and energy? Frog 2, Frida, just kept jumping, trying new angles, bouncing off the walls, just never giving up. Suddenly, with one enormous leap, Frida made it. She cleared the hole and was free. All of the other frogs watching could not believe it. They wondered why had she just kept going. The key to this story is, Frida is a frog who has lost her hearing. So when all of the other frogs were shouting and screaming for her to stop, all she actually saw was the other frogs waving their arms at her. She believed they were waving encouragement, telling her to never give up and that she could do it. Therefore, she never heard any of the comments about the hole being too deep or just too dangerous to try. Just to be clear, I am not asking you to be a frog, unless, of course, your dream is to be a frog. I'm asking you to silence those doubts, those negative thoughts. I know from my own experience, with any type of change or challenging situation, I am in control of one thing: my own response. When I ask for change within myself, or a change in direction for my day, my term, or my year ahead, this often creates an immediate response. Butterflies, sometimes a slight panic. And then, slowly, I feel very calm. The belief in myself and the people that surround me on this journey, the network of pupils, parents, alumni, governors and colleagues, who are all working together for the same end goal. My ability to silence the doubts of my own mind, and perhaps the doubts of others, who are a little bit afraid to start on the journey. It is made so much easier by all of you and the community that surrounds me. The belief that when we make decisions and take new opportunities with the right intentions, with kindness, we are already on our way to success. We have the ability to shift and change all the time. Remember, whatever year you're currently in, you all have this ability to be the change that you want to see in this world. Each change begins with you, deep within you. Believe in yourself and your own journey. We are one community, ready to support you and help you realise all of those dreams. Your job, your role in this is to never give up. Work hard and grasp every new beginning and every new opportunity. With hard work, determination and belief, you can be whatever you want to be. Dream big, Silence any doubts. Believe in yourself. You are remarkable. Thank you for listening.